Good afternoon. This is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you on Sunday afternoon. Here in the United States, our clocks went back, so it's actually getting dark, and it's only, what is it? It's around about 4:40. So it's Sunday, and here I am back again. It feels only like a couple of days ago that I was talking, and it was a week ago. I've had a interesting week. I'm still congested. I've been sick for about 2 weeks, and I eventually had to give in and go on antibiotics. So that sort of slowed me down. And of course, as most of you know, we don't always listen when we need to slow down. So it took my doctor to tell me that I needed to slow down and go home and rest. So that's what I've been doing for the past few days. It's sort of, I want to say I had COVID once, towards actually at the end of COVID. Whatever I had this time, this bug seems a whole lot worse, and it's affected my breathing. I have bronchitis. So I think there's some lessons in there for me to reflect on. I also, some of you have seen my Facebook posts. The cover of the book that I have a chapter in has just been launched, Transformational Triumphs, and I am taking pre-orders. It's $22 if you live in the USA. If you sign up and pay me before December 12th, I will pay for postage. And there is a surprise gift in the book when you get it. And as I said in my posts, maybe the dragons also have a message for you. They're very excited. And also, so's Merlin. He's here because I actually, sneak peek, I actually talk about my connection with Merlin in that chapter. So he's very excited. He's here jumping up and down saying, oh, it's exciting, exciting. So whenever there's anything that's grand, I can always expect Merlin. So he's funny. He's always funny. So he's mentioned in my book, as are the dragon, in my chapter in the book. So as the theme has been raise our vibration, and all the things that I've been talking about over the past few weeks, I saw a beautiful post from Denise Linn. Some of you may know her as she's done some oracle cards and lots more stuff. I won't do it justice. So Denise Linn actually has some beautiful posts. And the prayer she put at the end of her post spoke to exactly what I've been talking about these past few weeks about we need to heal as we heal ourselves, and as we let go and we forgive and we do all of that work, it goes out into the world. So when I end, I'm going to end with the poem. Again, if it says Lord, it just whoever your higher power is. But I do want to share that with you. I'm also excited that Kyle Gray, who is another favorite of mine, is launching a new deck next week. I've been posting some of them as he posts them on his website. I can't wait for that deck to come out. I know it's going to speak to me very deeply. I'm a great follower of Kyle Gray. So he's Scottish. Again, I'm not going to do him justice. If you don't know him, look him up, Kyle Gray. He's from Scotland, and he's a beautiful soul and has so much wisdom. So he's known a lot for angel work. But as you know, angels, dragons, they're all on the same thing. So again, I am going to use Raise Your Vibration deck again this week. I pulled from one of his other decks what the theme was for this week, and it couldn't be better. Hang on, I've just dropped it. This is the Sword of Light. So I think I've shared with you that I have met a new group of dragons that are calling themselves the Guardians, and they're the Guardians of Light. I have some beautiful messages that I've been sharing. So each day when I pull one of these cards from Kyle Gray, I get a channeled message. So it's like the theme, and then I'm given a channeled message from the guardians of our solar system. So they're the main collective, and then there are like there are other groups that are also guardians, but they're guardians of other things like guardians of love and light, Guardians of Justice. So there's some interesting information coming through, which I'm collecting. So again, stay tuned with what I'm going to do with that. I've got a lot of collections of a lot of channeled messages, which I'm told will come forward next year. So again, stay tuned. You heard it first here, right, in November. So I pulled 6 cards for next week. That's Monday through Saturday. The first one is You Are Worthy. The second one is I Trust in My Gifts. So a lot about I statements here, I see. Honesty is the best policy. Absolutely, that's one of my mantras. You can't go wrong when you tell the truth, right? So honesty is the best policy. You can tell I was brought up in the 50s and 60s. We were seen and not heard. We were children that were seen and not heard. And it was things like they would say, you know, honesty is the best policy. And choose kindness. I like this. Choose kindness. So I'm hearing my grandparents in my ear, right? Relationships are assignments. Wow. Might be some deep thoughts around that. Relationships are assignments. That sounds about right? Because we choose who we, I was going to say who we're assigned to. We choose our relationships. And sometimes it's for a reason. I'm hearing a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So I have somewhere, I have it actually, I used to have it up prominently. So people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I think that's the same with relationships. They come to us, usually for us to learn. And the last one, I am fulfilled by love. So that would be the end of next week. So some beautiful cards for me to do some channeled messages. And as some of you may know that are watching this, but the more that you use that muscle to channel, the easier it is. So again, I'll remind you, you need to be grounded, ground yourself fully. For me, I have to like anchor myself in, because otherwise I would just go off out there, out into the universe. Once you're anchored in, the deeper you go, so the messages I always get, the deeper that you ground yourself, the higher vibration you can meet. For some of you, you might need to spend some time meditating before you're going to get those messages. For me, it's almost like a tap on the shoulder. That's how I've always described. When I know I'm getting a message, I can feel somebody here. I know there's something coming through. And recently, when I pick a card or I write a sentence, I'm getting some beautiful channeled messages about what that means for me, but what that means for me to share with you. So these are all messages that I'm getting to share with you, which will rip it out into the world. So what I wanted to leave us with, because I've gone on again. So this is the message. It's actually on my Facebook page. So it says, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. To me, this prayer epitomizes grace in these tremendous, tumultuous times. And for me, it's an offer of refuge, sending you grace and love, Denise Linn. So I thought that was a beautiful thing to remind us that where all those things are in the world, we just have to hold the light and the love. And when we can, send it. So again, remember, heal yourself first. And as you heal, you will heal the world. So have a good week. I hope everybody is in good health. I know there's a lot of bugs going around. So remember, listen to your body, because I didn't. And it took me a whole lot longer to get over it. So listen, rest, drink plenty of fluids. It's that time of year. So be well, and I will be back next week.